Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time joining us here, we hope you enjoy our videos. We have been living nomadically in our 13-foot boler for just over 2 years with our pets. Brave little Bennie has been along since the start of this adventure. And Stella, she is a recent addition. She joined us in November 2021. We wanted to start to share our adventures with our friends and family and anyone else who might be inspired by such a lifestyle. In today's video, we will be spending some time living off-grid in the Rio Grande National Forest in Colorado. I know there are many different ways to camp an RV these days. For Tarah and I, our preference is to be boondocking, off-grid, and tucked away in nature. In North America, there is many places where you can camp and boondock for free. I have found that commonly in the United States, it is BLM land, National Forest land, or State Forest land. Each state varies a bit, while in Florida we learned that it is usually the water management districts. However, typically there is usually a 14-day limit for your stay. As much as we enjoyed the last place, the time had come to find a new location. That is when we came across this site. It was still monsoon season here in Colorado, but nonetheless we found our home for the next 14 days. And we just loved it here. There are many ways to live this life, and living nomadically in this manner does not exclude us from errands either. We try to do as many errands as we can in one trip. Sometimes town is 10 minutes away, sometimes it's 2 hours away. In this particular case, it was just a short drive to go grocery shopping, run other errands, as well as do laundry. In the summer of 2020, we moved out of our home. We put everything into storage and moved into the boler. The plan at that time was just for the summer. Summer turned into fall, fall turned into winter, and next thing you know, 2 years later, we're still doing it. The Angie and Tarah of summer 2020 could never, in our wildest dreams, imagine what laid ahead. And we are so excited for all the adventures that still lay ahead of us. It's not uncommon for us to be asked where we are off to next, and the reality is, we usually never ever have an answer for them. Currently, we have no set plans for even the fall or winter season that lies ahead, and sometimes that's the fun part. When living nomadically for a long time, especially when you're covering great distances and rarely ever going back to the same place twice, you can start to feel a lack of community. Don't misunderstand me. The van life, bus life, nomadic life, whatever you want to call it, has an amazing community, and we have met some amazing people along our way. But very much like us, after a short time, they are packing up and on the road again themselves. And some of these amazing people we have met up with more than once, and there are others we can't wait to see again. Growing up in a small town in Canada, it's a very unusual feeling to go weeks or months without seeing a familiar face. So when friends of ours from Washington State redid a minivan and went on their own epic summer road trip, We were so thrilled to see that both of our trips lined up in Colorado at the same time. We only got to see each other for a few days, but those days were filled with stories, laughter, and board games. And trust me, it was a great pleasure to be able to play a board game that required more than 2 people. And then our friends hit the road again, as they had many adventures waiting for them on their trip home. We said our goodbyes, not knowing when and where we'd see them again, only that we would. Whenever we are in a new location, we like to find time to explore the surrounding areas. The Rio Grande National Forest covers over 1.8 million acres. We only got to explore just a small fraction of what this forest had to offer. With all the rain that had fallen with this monsoon season, we had to keep our eyes open for fallen rocks and other debris. And one of our absolutely favorite things is spotting wildlife. After a day of exploring, we returned back to our campsite. As our 14 days came to a close, we packed up our site and headed on the road again. We can't wait to share our next video with you as we leave the Rio Grande National Forest and enter a whole new terrain. We would love for you to follow along on our journey. Please subscribe and click the notification button so you can follow along. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please support us by clicking the like button. See you all next time.